What is good, fight fans? Dash's Corner. And I'm very aware that the fight took place on Saturday. I'm making my video this morning. Don't judge me, okay? I had to clear my mind yesterday. I wasn't on YouTube that damn much. So, I'm making my video today. All right? Now that I have time in the wee hours of the morning today. Now, the fight was okay. Was it all of what I thought it was going to be? No. Was it all of what everybody else thought it was going to be? Seeing that they had so much bad blood and all the stuff that happened before the fight? Hell no. I thought the fight was going to be a lot more exciting. I thought Terrence Crawford was fighting kind of conservative. And for him to have all that animosity and hatred just shocked me that he was fighting like that. But it was his choice. I'm more than sure he had a game plan. And he was boxing Jose, which he should have. Because Jose Benavidez can't freaking box, it seems like. Like, he kept doing... it irritated me to watch the fight, okay? To watch Jose fight, I should say. You know how in gym class, in high school or middle school, when some dudes is about to fight and they keep pulling up their shorts, just not the top of their shorts, just like the bottom leg parts, and they keep doing that and setting, talking shit and setting, doing that and setting. That's what he was doing during the fight. You can't even grab your shorts with the gloves on in the first place. Like, what are you doing? That's like those fighters that keep pulling down their trunks with their glove and they standing right in front of the person that they fighting and get hit a couple times with a nice combination. That's what Jose Benavidez did the entire fight, round after round, from 1 to 12. That's what he did. He touched his trunks more than he touched Terrence Crawford. He touched his trunks more than he put his block up and his guard to touch his own face. He touched his trunks way too much for my comfort. It didn't seem like he was fighting Terrence Crawford. It seemed like he was in there fighting emotional, honestly. To me, it just seems like, you were just setting. Like, honestly, it just seemed like he was waiting for a big shot that damn she wasn't going to find. Did Terrence Crawford get hit up in this fight by Jose Benavidez? Yes, he did. I watched the fight. I missed the first 2.5 rounds. I think I started watching at the end of the third round. And I watched the rest of the fight from then on. But Jose was getting some hits off on Terrence Crawford. Some nice little looks. Did it take forever every round for him to get to hit Terrence Crawford? Yeah. In the beginning of the fight, the first 2 rounds, I caught up with it and watched it yesterday. I didn't watch the first 2 rounds when it was happening live. I watched it yesterday, and Terrence Crawford. Anybody could. It's an argument waiting to happen if somebody is saying that Bud Crawford won the first 3 rounds, because that's definitely not true. All right, Terrence Crawford did not win the first 3 rounds. Okay, but also in watching the fight, and after the fight, this is probably why I stayed off of YouTube yesterday. After the fight, man, I seen a couple of videos, just a little bit of them, and a lot of people saying that Terrence Crawford carried Jose Benavidez. I don't believe that's true for 1 second. I understand you at your home crowd and all of that stuff. You want to, give a show and whatnot. But it's like, how would you know what's going to stop somebody and what's not? You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you look at Earl Spence Jr. versus Carlos Ocampo, I mean, he wanted to let the fight go on too. He kept saying and was upset at himself that he even went to the body on Ocampo, because he knew he'd be stopping people to the body. But you don't really know how much of a love tap to give somebody during a fight. You know what I'm saying? And this is these are 2 people that hate each other. Don't forget about all the stuff, all right? All the stuff that took place before the fight. These 2 people supposedly hate each other, right? We all like a good fight, ladies and gentlemen. But if you was fighting somebody by yourself, you're not going to play around with them. If you're fighting your sworn enemy, you ain't gonna play around with him. If you're gonna fight your sworn enemy in front of all your family and friends, you gonna really drag it out 12 rounds? 12 rounds. You're not gonna drag it out to 6 or 8 rounds? 12 rounds? That's how far you gonna drag it out? And then you know what? Let me throw this combination that I know gonna put him on his ass. I'm not believing that for 1 second. The combination he threw, that uppercut he threw, he was throwing it all night. He throw it every fight. You know? Like, I can't agree with that. What I can agree with is that if Errol Spence fought Jose Benavidez, since he said he can get that work right after Terence Crawford, those are Jose Benavidez words out of his mouth. He can get that work. Earl can get that work after Terence Crawford. If that's the case, man, this is a 4-round fight. 4 or 5 rounds tops. Probably less. Earl's going to stop this motherfucker. And I don't even mean TKO. He might straight up KO Jose Benavidez. During this fight, he did look very slow to me. He probably looked slow to other people, but it still made for an interesting fight with Terence Crawford. I can agree that he did not show out and he didn't show off during this fight. It wasn't that much showboating. He do showboat some, you know, like he was dancing and smiling, doing all that shit, licking his tongue out to, you know, Victor Postal and all that shit. That shit wasn't happening. Like, Terence Crawford seemed focused. And he still went 12 rounds with the dude. Like, it is what it is, man. Did he call out Errol Spence after the fight? No. And that's why I made that video about him going to the gym and whatnot, because it seemed like his lungs work fine. His voice box is fine. And just like he said after the fight, and two reporters already called out all the top names at welterweight, I'm not going to keep saying it. Like, you know, if that's the case and y'all respect Terence Crawford saying that, then why don't y'all give Errol Spence the same respect? Shit. He been said what he said about Terence Crawford. Why the hell he need to keep calling out his name? If Terence Crawford don't have to say his name once, all he has to say is all the champs, then Errol Spence don't have to say his name but once. Who the hell died and made y'all the king of repeating this? Can you repeat that? I know you said it 6 months ago. Can you say it again? Fuck that. Like, and Terence Crawford said it the same way that I've been saying it to myself. Like, if he said it once, why do you have to keep saying it? Nothing's changed. He's only fought twice at welterweight. All right? Spence, if Spence said it once, it's not, how many times do you have to say it? Bud only fought 2 people. He only fought Jeff Horn and the person he just fought, Jose Benavidez. What changed in between them 2 fights? Jeff Horn is some sauce. He's awkward. And Manny Pacquiao didn't look at one piece of tape. He didn't take the whole fight serious. He was playing around and playing games on his phone inside the press conference. He ended up losing the fight. And a lot of people think he didn't even lose it. Jeff Horn is some fucking ass, yo. He sucks. He's butt. Okay? Jose Benavidez. I said this in every video that had to do with Jose Benavidez fighting Terence Crawford. He's ranked number 14. I don't want to hear it. He's ranked number 14. That's the bottom line. Everybody talking about him getting shot in the leg. I'm going to leave that alone, because if he wasn't healed, he shouldn't have gotten in the ring. But I'm saying, bruh, he's ranked number 14. Period and point blank. He's ranked number fucking 14. Now, I'm going to make another video after this talking about Terence Crawford's, I might make another video after this, I'm not sure, talking about Terence Crawford's resume, his record, and the people he fought. Just because people are trying to tear apart Earl's resume, I'm not going to tear apart Bud's resume. I'm just going to state some obvious motherfucking facts, yo. It's obvious. This shit's obvious. And just like I said, no disrespect to Terence Crawford, but you fans need to get the shit together, yo. Get your shit right. Just because this is your favorite fighter, give him, yo, it's the same fairness for him and every other fighter in the game, yo. Serious. I don't cut corners. I don't bullshit. And I try not to be biased. Everybody's a little biased, alright? Just a little bit. Even if you don't make a video stating some biased shit, you still thinking some biased shit. You know what I'm saying? But I try not to do that. The fight was okay. It was not all of that. He did not do nothing to David Benavidez that people didn't think was going to happen. I said myself that it was going to be a 12-round fight. I said that shit. The fight's going the distance. I said that I just did not want a quick fight. And I said if Crawford stopped him, it's going to be late in the rounds. I was correct in saying everything that I fucking said. I didn't disrespect Crawford one bit. But still, you have to look at what's in front of you. And the fact remains that Terrence Bud Crawford went 12 rounds with a slow, one-legged Jose Benavidez that's ranked number 14. Period and point blank. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.